Come on, XSplit. You can load the scene. Hey, did it quickly today. Greetings and welcome to Die Drink and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles campaign, Season 2, Episode 11. I'm your DM and host today, Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. How is everyone doing? Let me unmute your mics. Like every mic during every Zoom call during COVID. You're muted.
You're muted. You're not muted. Could you get your mute in order?
So much mute, all the mute.
The number of... Well, I'm asking this question of this human being, who I believe is currently muted right now because they're responding that, or maybe they're going to the bathroom. I don't know, and thus is the problem.
That's where cameras are useful, but sometimes it's nice to just turn off your camera so you could roll your eyes and swear, like mute and swear.
My wife got a funny, I guess it's not quite a meme, but a little cartoon where it says, Zoom meetings have turned every business meeting into a seance. We're looking for Susan. Is Susan here? Hello, Susan. Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Susan?
That's funny.
Yep. I resemble that comment.
So, it's Chinese New Year week, so there's lots of eating in my house. There's also other sort of family-oriented behaviors. But the thing I want to describe, there's two things. But the one thing, I'm wearing jeans during this holiday chunk of time for me. I have a few days off from work and this sort of thing. Because I haven't worn jeans for a full year. And it's like, no, I'm going to wear jeans as just a change of pace. And you go outside, and I understand why jeans are so, it's like, you feel protected. You feel like ready to go to war when you're wearing jeans.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Versus wearing like yoga pants or whatever. Like I wear stretchy gym shorts or like leggings or like what I normally wear outside. And this is far more protective. It's like
even during COVID, every single day you change your underwear and your t-shirt. Like even if you're having
for sure.
You change those two things, and I've worn jeans every single day. Like,
I didn't wear jeans. Like they were.
Now,
it was like, honey, where's my belt?
There reaches a certain point of the day where it's like, it is now time to no longer wear jeans. Like, it's like, I quit with the day. I'm not going to leave to go check the mail. I'm done running around the house. I'm done doing things. It's now time to retreat to the couch. And that's when it's like, I now quit the day, and I take off my jeans and put on my pajamas.
It's a symbol of...
It's also a comfort thing. It's like, jeans are nice when you're moving around and doing your day, but there reaches a point where you don't want that protection anymore.
I start my day without them, and I keep going through without them, buddy.
Don't need to.
No need, baby. No need.
There's a sense of power and security in having a well-protected bottom.
I've been between meetings. I've been packing up my apartment. You notice, like, there have been like no books on my shelves for a while because I'm ready for the, partially move to Canada, partially move to a different apartment, and I've been. I hate moving, but the way you make it sane is you do a little bit at a time, at least a month ahead of time, you start. If you're not packing boxes a month before you move, you are leaving yourself for a miserable week, just
a miserable 3 days.
Yeah, a miserable 3 days or whatever. But
so, the other thing I want to talk about, I first started watching The Expanse.
Yay!
And so it's actually really good. And it's
what do you mean actually really good? Because I recommended it.
No, wait a second.
Contrary to what I normally think of Marty's opinions. But...
Watch Game of Thrones, you fucking bastards. You can be just as upset at season 8 as the rest of us. Damn you.
I just feel like I'm not invested. I was over here going like, their space physics are amazing. They understand how gravity's supposed to work. They got all this shit. And then they have the scene in the first episode where it's like, why was it like some big fucking to-do to turn around? Their physicists all went to sleep during the writing of that scene. Because it was just like, it was all like, and it was like, they were going to get like an A+ for being like fully reasonable and like trying to be like realistic space physics. And then they got to this point where it's like, the scene where I'm like, that's dumb. I understand it's cinematic and cool, but it's dumb. And it's not like sci-fi, like Farscape, whatever, where it's just like they have fantasy rules for space where it's
Yeah.
way more agreeable. It's like, no, we're going to be like, oh, the gravity's off, and we're going to have, mutation, and we're going to have, we're going to actually, 3D jizz, whatever, space jizz. That's the thing. That's all over the reproduction in space. That stuff's cool. Aside from that, I started watching Parks and Rec with Jessica. I've never seen that before. Rob Swanson is my spirit animal. The guy is like
Swanson.
Swanson. That guy. He is absolutely glorious in. It's my wife thinks he's hilarious. She goes, "It sounds like you." I'm like, "Yep, that sounds like me. I like that guy." That show is interesting, and then on the to watch list,
Parks and Rec I've watched twice now. Once during COVID.
Oh, is it good?
Once during COVID, I went back and rewatched a bunch of the similar shows like The Office and Parks and Rec. And...
You won't look at Star-Lord the same way again. I'll tell you that.
That's true. Yeah.
Question. If I'm looking at Star Wars, chronologically in terms of like events. You're watching episode 1, 2, 3.
4, 5,
right?
6, 7,
4, 5, 6.
9.
No, but hold on. There's 2 movies where there's Rogue and Solo. When do those go in?
So
Solo's first.
No, it goes 1, 2. It would go
1, 2,
3 Solo.
Chronologically, like in the order of the.
It would go 1, 2, 3 Solo.
1, 2, 3 Solo, and
4, 5,
then
6.
when. But you Rogue.
4, 5 Rogue, 6.
Oh yeah, you're right.
4, 5 Rogue, and then 6. Okay.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 Solo,
right.
4, 5 Rogue, 6, and then stop because the rest of it's trash.
Oh, Mandalorian.
Oh no, The Mandalorian is glorious. The
Mandalorian would be after 6.
Yeah,
Six
I watched the
Mandalorian.
first 10 minutes, and I was like, that's it, we're doing this. The kid's like, what are we watching? Like, we're starting over. Pause Mandalorian, start over. We're gonna go through 12 hours.
I started rewatching about a week ago The Expanse. I finished the end of season 2 last night.
We're in the beginning of season 1. We're taking it slow. It's really fun.
Yep.
A Korean movie was just released called Space Sweepers. It is one of the best feature-length films I've seen this year by far. It is basically
what a horrible translation. It's like the Chinese movie Two World.
Oh yeah,
and it's like it's a really great movie, but the title
that's a
is
terrible
just,
name.
It's Two World, Dual
Two
World
World.
or something.
Yeah. No, this one it's about space junk.
The one on Netflix. I want to see
Netflix.
that. Yeah.
It's quite good. It's very much a play on Guardians of the Galaxy. Like it's very Guardians of the Galaxy inspired, and it's very much a hey, let's do a fantasy role playing game in space. Look at the party go do stuff in space, and it's like, yeah, this is really fun. Because Jessica was like, I want to watch this Korean movie. And I'm like, the last 3 Korean things were like not great. I know you like the actor, you think he's all sexy and stuff, but it's like, it's not.
He might be sexy, but I can break him.
But no, that's a good film. So I've actually my media game this week has been fantastic. Everything I've watched has been amazing. I might just be not grumpy anymore. I don't know.
And a show that I've been watching with the wife is Kim's
Convenience.
Kim's Convenience. Yeah, it is really really funny.
Yeah, that is a good show. I like that one. You probably don't get it, Marty.
No,
I think it's in the States. It's based out of Toronto.
I'm not married, so I don't have a wife that forces me to watch stuff.
It's funny. It's pretty funny
No,
stuff.
it's actually funny.
Okay.
The dad is hilarious.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying your compromise.
Oh no, I got her into horror stuff. She doesn't know what Aliens is.
What? Oh my goodness.
I was like, sweet till we get to The Exorcist.
There's a group dinner you're gonna love.
So if you want on the other side of the spectrum, I believe it's like Crazy in Love or Head Over Crazy Love is a Korean rom-com series, because it's going to be a series, about a rich girl who plane crashes in North Korea and falls in love with the North Korean officer, and then there's like the rom-com between the North Korean officer and the politician's daughter, and it's like, I don't like any of this. There is nothing. All the humans I don't like, and all the things I don't like, and I don't like anything.
Nope.
That's when you
is,
watch TV. Watch TV with a laptop. Are you paying attention? Mm-hmm.
The really good Korean show that I saw was Kingdom.
Seasons. That's fun. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
That's my second favorite Korean zombie show. The first is Train to Busan. That is.
Oh yeah, is it good?
Zombies on a train.
Oh yeah,
it was nuts.
Yeah,
it was absolutely nuts.
Okay, is it still on Netflix?
I watched it on Prime, I think.
Wait, shut up. Train.
I watched the first season of Kingdom. I don't know if I've seen Train to Busan.
You motherfuckers. Train of the Dead, that's stupid.
It could be the translation.
Oh, Sweet Home. Sweet Home. I think it's a Korean one where it's like this apartment building and there's like weird shit going on. It's pretty good.
No, that one was terrible.
Sweet Home?
Yes.
This came out.
It was awful. It was like, oh god.
It came out not too long ago, like a month or 2 months ago, tops.
I stopped after 5 minutes. I'm like, really? Okay. And is this the one where they're filming a zombie show, but zombies actually are a thing?
No. This
Okay.
is, I think, no. This is, it's called Sweet Home.
Okay.
It looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Tentacle thing coming out of a dude's hand.
That's his mouth, son.
That was his tongue. That
I
was
think, anyways.
that was Korean Amadeus.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we? I have a feeling we could sit here for 3 hours talking about.
They
movies,
talk about
but,
pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
Things we've
Oh look, we
watched
have
over
0
the
followers.
last year.
Why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Last game is called Steelrose Expeditionary League. A quick interrogation of the kobolds reveal 2 proper names and an indication that secret trade route leads westward. Brennos and Thogram contend with goblins and other dangers along the dwarven road, including telekineticists that flung their
Your ninth level characters got waylaid.
I'm so happy he died.
Dude, so am I.
Okay, that guy
I
would be
made
such
it.
a problem. Such a problem.
The 2 dwarves befriend and team up with the party to chase down goblin kineticist that is absconded with Thogram's important cargo. The party visits a goblin hole and a castle ruin, both lairs to the Cragmaw tribe. Following their battles, Barnabus proposes the formation of the Steelrose Expeditionary League. Sunny identifies a strange shadow-infused weapons. Oh, and I forgot. And Amadeus adopts a tiny tadpole aberration.
It's
His name
Amadeus.
His name is Gordon.
Gordon? It's fine.
Mr. Gordon.
I have a token for Gordon, if you
Gordon
notice
the
on the
Brick.
map. So he's about that big. Like fits in the...
Marty said I couldn't call him Don Grickles.
So Gordon.
Just like I was also pretty sure if I made a druid, I wouldn't be allowed to have a mastodon named Harry Elephante.
I think you'd get away with that one.
And then I
I'd be
also
on board
created
for
a
that.
token for Clark the cat, the bugbear warrior that got turned into
That's funny, yeah.
cat.
Sonny's just going to leave a trail of really tough animals.
Tough animals.
Bunch of kitty cats all over the place.
All right, so you guys had cleared out Cragmaw Castle. You had rested there for the evening. You had moved many of the supplies and treasures into your iron coach, and you were preparing to leave that next morning. I know you guys are not healers. There was some injury. Again, I think Amadeus was hurt.
20 damage. Sunny burns a couple of spells from his cleric pool, and
okay.
If everybody's tanked to nothing, we have a problem. But if it's just a few guys,
I think we're good. Amadeus can also do a little self healing, so.
You had rescued a couple of folk from the goblins, one by the name of Sildar Hallvinter, the other by Gundren Rockseeker, one of a trio of brothers that have been hired by Lord Dverak of Overlook to find a lost mine, a mine that may have something to do with Slake's distant family, and is thought to have held magical treasures and something called the Spellforge. Sildar was sent out because the Rock Brothers hadn't checked in a while, and there's something going on in the small town of Delve, on the edge of the Elsir Vale, where the Rockseeker brothers were based out of in their searches for the long-lost mine. Sildar also serves Lord Dverak, and Lord Dverak mentioned that not only the Rockseekers kind of go missing or didn't check in, but a wizard that they had sent there to the village itself hadn't checked in as well.
So are we going to be finding the other brothers, or speaking to this lord about his ancient mystery in greater detail, or simply following in on some of the other threads, like heading towards Delve directly?
Do we know who these other brothers are? He's looking at the dwarf.
My brother's out there somewhere. They're their usual spots. You get me to Delve, and I should be able to track them down.
So what you're saying, you don't want to do it now. You'd rather get to Delve first. Is that correct?
Well, Brindol's on the way. Apparently,
Gundren Rockseeker looks to Sildar, who's petting the cat.
Apparently Lord Dverak's come down from Overlook to Brindol. It's on the way. We should probably check in with him.
Yeah, we'll do that, sure.
Okay it with the Lord.
What's that, Brennos?
Okay it with the Lord.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. If he indeed's hired you, you probably want to, meet him.
Yeah, we have yet to come to terms, to be honest, but I'm sure we'll work something out.
Well, you have our vote, says Sildar.
Yeah.
Barnabus tips his hat.
So if that means we're heading towards the Brindol then, because that's where the Lord, and we can get any further details on the ancient mysteries if there was anything else to learn.
Well, yeah, you can come to an accord with the Lord. He pays well. He's got deep pockets.
Says Gundren. Sildar frowns a bit at that statement, but
I don't know, it's not all about money.
No, well,
It's a little bit about money, but it's not all about money.
Gundren laughs at that.
Well, I still need to get these templates back. Marty, in what direction is the city that I'm heading towards with the templates in relation to where we are?
You want to look at the map? You take out your map, you put it on the table. It takes a moment to move all the furniture, exactly the amount of time that it takes me to switch.
For my map tools to load up as well.
I'm not done me morning coffee. Wait. Fuck you. Table's mine.
Right, where we're here. These move around, yes. Yeah. Again, I tried to move our characters on Twitch. I was like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, I've done that. I do that at least once a game. At least once a game. I'm like, why won't you move?
I just started off doing it. Like, oh, crap.
Marty, on the conversation layer, could we take the Seven and Searle and kind of just...
Does it... Does it make you feel guilt?
It causes me guilt. I didn't even do nothing. These other people just feel guilty. I don't care because mom ain't know nothing about this.
All right.
Barnabus sleeps just fine at night.
So the Goblin Hole and the Cragmaw ruins were not listed on your map. You actually had to add them to your map. We'll leave those as like ruins and things that are added in green dots. Brindol is here. It is about 120 miles from Denevar. You guys are probably about 60 miles south of Brindol. It'll take
Delve
you...
is way the hell out there.
Delve is on the edge of the Elsyr Vale as you rise up into the mountains, and Overlook is kind of on the northern side of the Sunrise River, and it too is sitting... It is a city that sits in sort of like a big valley that cuts through the mountains. If you were to typify it, it would be like the dwarven capital of Elsyr Vale versus the elven capital versus the human capital of Elsyr Vale.
Okay.
And Brindol's kind of situated between the three.
Right. So, I think I missed it. Where are the templates supposed to go? Denevar?
I believe they're coming from Denevar
Overlook.
to Brindol.
Overlook.
Overlook?
We're going to Overlook.
You're bringing the templates to the dwarven capital of Elsyr Vale because they want to build a gigantic bombard to guard this valley. And Overlook might be even a town where you guys might have an apartment, or you've been there because you are both dwarves and tromping around your own backyard.
The wizard that crafted these templates
Is in Denevar.
Arigathos.
Denevar.
Denevar. Okay.
Half the job done.
Okay. Cool.
So Mulgrim the Broken-Nosed Stonehands is a sculptor priest of Moradin. He is Brennos' master, and he is stationed in Denevar. It's not to say they don't visit Overlook.
Thogram's master.
And then Thogram's master is Arigathos, a powerful spellcaster that was paid exorbitant sums to keep the city of Denevar safe. Also has interest in helping the other cities, and he is both your master, the master of the alchemist wizard that moved to Delve that apparently has gone missing, and might have other apprentices throughout his tenure as a archwizard.
Okay. Well, I've still got to get these over to Overlook.
Brindle's on the way.
We'll get to Brindle then. Yes. Agreed.
One of you wouldn't happen to know someone who specializes in fingers?
Yeah, I'd actually like one of them too. Barnabus holds up a hand missing his index finger.
Funny enough, I could probably craft something for you.
Yeah,
Might be mechanical, but yeah, this is Cog talking. It's quite effective.
Yeah, no, I want a finger.
No, check this out. He pulls his wrist, goes something like a blade, and then and like to a dagger, and goes back to his fingers. It's quite useful.
No, it's a finger.
I can work from the elbow up if you wish.
No, thank you. I will not be touching any part of myself with mechanical hand.
Right. Now, does anybody specialize in fingers? He's looking to Thogram, looking to the old man who's looking at a pancake.
Yeah, I can craft stuff for you. It's not probably something like the elf over here would do.
If it was freshly removed, I could put it back on potentially. With enough practice, we might be able to regrow them, but that would take some time or money.
I think you just need a druid or something like that. Sorry. You probably need a druid. They're the ones for it. I believe that's what their magics are for.
True.
Sure,
if you were willing to die and risk not returning, then I could bring you back with all new fingers and a new face and a new all the things.
Thogram looks at Barnabus. Is he always like this? Because I swear he was smarter earlier.
Oh, it comes and goes. Just leave it.
All right. They have the druids. They have a more powerful spell. So it regrows your limbs, I believe.
Yeah, clerics have it too. It's
Yes, druids and clerics both have that spell, Thogram, but clerics have it as a much more simplistic spell of only 7th circle, where a druid has it as a 9th circle.
probably because they got to
So-
use sticks and leaves.
I go with the elf.
Friends.
Most warriors just will stick a couple of twigs in the end of their glove so that it fills in.
I was thinking more like, fancy glove.
Yeah, you can make a fancy one, but if you make it magic, then you're just fucking cheating. Don't get your fingers chopped off at the beginning.
Says the man who's had everything chopped off but his face.
Still here, bub. Still here.
Yeah. Has anyone told him why he's moving around? Anyone? Anyone told him what's moving him around? No, not one of you, eh? Not
We
surprised.
normally don't have those conversations when we're so close. Sonny's just like sitting.
Barnabus is keen to keep Brennos between he and Slake right
Yeah.
now.
Can't throw the smoke bomb and runs.
Alright, Brindol is. Now we going back to the road, or are we going up straight north, cutting through the backwood?
I can get us through the back trails, says Gundren. I know the way.
You'd be able to fit a cart.
Sildar nods as well. He seems to know these lands.
All right, I think that's a path then.
But that shall be our plan moving forward, yeah.
All right. So
Are we doing anything with this castle, or are we just leaving it here?
You've already ransacked it for a lot of the loot, which you guys, I think, divvied some of which offline.
Yes. Brennos made out like a bandit. He's got a ring, and he's got an amulet, he's got gloves on. You basically took that ogre's, or the hill giant stuff.
Got it. And what happens when you build new PCs? They don't have the slightly higher.
They don't have
bit
like
of
the, all
wealth.
that, like the, yeah.
A little bit extra wealth.
Yep.
It looked like these goblins could have lived off these supplies for a good number of months, and that they were in recent weeks raiding. You imagine if you looked hard, you'd find some unfortunate villages in the vicinity of this ruin.
And we would not give back a single coin.
So this castle, I mean, we could level it if you want. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, that at least leave a fucking message to not come back here and use as a base fucking operation again.
All right, I could start blowing holes all over this place if you like.
Save your gunpowder. If goblins come back here, we'll come back here and step on them.
Thogram's thinking it's not costing me any gunpowder.
Brennos is going over to the wall with his adamantine axe. He's carving in a message.
Yep.
We'll be back. Brennos.
Don't forget my name, you bastard.
And the gnome.
Brennos and the gnome.
That's unfortunately who you are now. You're Brennos and the gnome.
I need a
It's
better
like some
nickname.
crappy 80s sitcom.
Buddy cop team. Brennos
or
the gnome.
like Jake and the Fat Man.
It's a western. It's a western about two like stagecoach thieves. Hey, he scratches in. Fair fucking warning.
All right, was it in common or dwarven or goblin?
It would be in, I think, common.
All right.
'Cause-
I assume you guys aren't camping here longer than you need to.
No, Just the one day.
Okay, you guys want to position yourselves on the wagon?
Sure.
Kind of want to know how you're traveling. So Sunny's still driving.
Wagon is right there. She is.
Dangling off the back. I've lost. Gotta go.
Cog's gonna be on the roof.
Okay, I'm just gonna stick you off to the side, meaning the roof. But
Yeah.
who's
No,
driving?
Amadeus might go on the roof too when he sees you do that.
Who's
If
dri-
the roof, oh no, it's an iron carriage. Yeah, it'll take him.
Agony's hanging off the back. Like there seems to be a place for you to like stand and hold on to a bar and sort of drive off the back. Who's going inside? Gundren will take a comfy seat, although he needs to give Sunny direction, so I guess he'll sit in the passenger seat. Sildar will go inside with his cat.
Thogram will come in.
And then Slake, I think, not wanting to break roofs. Actually, he'll kick Aemon out of the front seat.
Does Sunny want Aemon not next to him?
It's no Sunny's. If Aemon having by Aemon is fine. Well, not by Aemon is fine too. By Slake,
Okay.
Sunny and Slake have an agreement. The agreement is we'll
Don't
murder
punch
all the
my
things that
face.
offended you, and then we'll have an argument over what we do afterwards.
Okay, you end up traveling for this day down some roads that are new to most of you, because you kind of angled in from the north and the east, trying to find the castle, and now you're heading north and west. So you're traveling down new trails. You do see that there are some hunters' cabins and a few hamlets that look like they've suffered from goblinoid attacks. Likely the hobgoblins, or sorry, the bugbears that you had just dispatched likely visited those very close places. If there are any survivors, they've hidden themselves and are not approaching when strangers roll in. When heavily armed strangers roll through
roll into town.
yeah,
Yep.
roll through the little hamlet. If you blink with some of these places, you might miss them. You don't encounter any goblins, but you do begin to see signs of goblin activity. A trashy campsite at the side of the road, or maybe some hobgoblin tracks. It's hard not to notice that this area might be infested. It's about 60 miles away from where you are going through back trails. It's probably going to take you a couple of days to get to Brindol.
That's fine.
You do make camp by a babbling brook. Let's see if anything comes to bother you. If anyone on either side of the conflict seems to be brewing on a local level here between goblins and the people of Elsir Vale. If anything related to that conflict's in the vicinity of your camp, you do not know. They do not come and bother the heavily armed camp of strangers.
Perfect.
The next morning, finally the spring rains have begun to subside, and you are expecting to reach Brindol sometime later in the afternoon. Very interesting company that you keep, Sildar says to Barnabus.
Yeah, well, they get the job done, don't they?
Where did you find them? He looks over his shoulder at Slake, whose presence is kind of making the whole wagon just kind of like the suspension of the wagon tilt to one side.
Oh, Foundry's full of all sorts of characters. I used to travel with a Spriggan with the little beast, but Heard an adamantine club. They'll just club the shit out of everything. Along with a hob. Master with a blade.
Spriggans are fey, aren't they?
No, common. It's a common belief, but it's incorrect. According to the monster man.
Yep. Yeah, Barnabus is factually correct.
Though they do share many of the same characteristics.
Elsevier is very old. It suffered through many conflicts. You're going to find that if you've got fey... He glances to Thogram.
It's not going to be an easy time.
There are old wounds that have not yet healed.
Well, as it stands now, we have no fey.
Ah, the way the old man, Sunny is his name?
Yeah.
He seems to go on about invisible fey, about...
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I know they're tricky and quite wily.
I suspect the old man is suffering from some of the ailments of old age.
Humans. It's unfortunate. It happened so quickly for them.
He did travel with Faye for a time. It's my understanding they were drafted recently.
Well, if there are fey that are hidden, you should probably let them know that they'll receive a cool reception in Overlook and with some of the dwarven lords. Let's just say the dwarves and the elves and their allies have not always gotten along.
Understood.
Of course,
However, as I've said, there are no fey.
He just nods and pets his cat. You can tell that he thinks that there are.
So tell me, how long has your family been in the service of your master?
The Dveraks? There have been members of my family that have served under the Dveraks going back 3 generations.
Under the same lord,
Uh,
dwarves being as long-lived as they are.
Not necessarily the same lord. He thinks for a moment. My father also served the current Lord Dverak, yes. My grandfather served a different dwarf of the same clan.
So what are your impressions of your master, your lord? Barnabus is trying to get a read on him.
Okay, Sildar... Yeah, give me a sense motive.
All right. Uh, 42.
He's... You can tell he doesn't like your line of questioning, but it's more out of a sense of he didn't like your initial line of questioning. You've insulted him a little bit, but not so much that he's not going to like talk to you. You're in a human-centric empire, and you're talking about his family serving dwarves.
Hate to bring up facts.
No, it's almost like he's encountered this this prejudice before and maybe misconstruing your line of questioning as that prejudice.
Well, okay, Barnabas. Not that worried, to be honest.
Yep. My lord is he has an adventurous spirit. He believes in recovering things that have been long lost to war and to time. I'm not sure what else you wish to know. He is worthy of the service of myself and my family, if that is what you're asking.
That is what I'm asking. However, the looking to recover things is good to hear, at least to my scholars' ears.
Ah. He is a Dverakian, if that means anything to you.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Dverakians. Long lineage, very proud people.
Yes, Dverakians are the lords amongst the dwarven kind. They came here long ago in service to the Imperium for... I think the Imperium gave them a cloak and shield in their times of trouble against a vast empire of orcs.
Ah. Barnabus pretends he didn't know that.
Okay. They are long-lived, and they know many secrets of the Elsevier and other things.
Oh, imagine I do. Probably the reason the Imperium wants them out here as well.
Oh, they definitely had the pioneering spirit in the days before even there were men of great number here. Dwarves came and founded... Well, they could have very well laid the cornerstones to castles like Cragmaw, others. Or at least given the humans the know-how.
Yes. Historically, dwarves have been very generous towards humans, at least for a time.
The Dverakian are loyal to the Imperium, he says.
I don't doubt it. Otherwise, they would not still be here.
Okay, he nods. In a way, he was saying, I'm loyal to the Imperium because I serve a lord, whether it's dwarf or not, that is loyal to the Imperium.
Well, hopefully he is as generous as you say. If so, I too shall be joining service to your lord.
Generous to those that he deems worthy.
Oh, he will indeed be worthy.
Okay. He doesn't argue with you.
And he would not be able to argue with the results.
Well,
And this group is results oriented, as you have seen.
he'll be thrilled to know that you saved myself and one of the Rockseeker brothers. And I hear that he's even helped out Thogram and Brennos along the road.
Indeed they have. Quite fortunate to run across them. You would have also run across... The goblins would have also run across you. One way or another.
Sounds like you would have joined me in that foul cave.
Oh, fuck no, I can teleport.
Not if they cut off your fingers and eat them.
All the timely escape.
Sunny in the front, you don't need fingers to cast a teleport. It says like old man in the front who's maybe listening to you just absentmindedly. Live lonely.
Barnabus shakes his head. I fucking know that. I'm telling you.
Oh, sure you did. I'm sure you did, sir. Professor, yes?
Sildar has cast a few glances over the trip at Aemon. You could tell that Sildar might be suspicious of Aemon.
Barnabas kind of leans over him. Maybe you could, like, seethe just a little bit less.
Not part of the contract, he says.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
We're rolling up on the Brindol.
Yeah, we'll say that Rockseeker says that, you know, he had yelled back to Brennos that we're getting close. And before you even break the tree line of the scrubland forest that you're in, you can see dark smoke on the horizon.
Uh-oh.
Shite.
Troubles are brewed again. Yeah, cog knocks down.
Is Brindle a mining town? Are they heavy in construction?
All right, I'm going to
Suspecting trouble up ahead.
move.
Marty, Brennos is currently praying to Abathor on this day for that which is travel and luck.
Travel and luck. That travel domain is just freaking awesome.
Abathor, the god of greed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rolling with this crew? What do you... I mean, before it was the god of war and chaos. Today it's the god of greed and merchant. And
There's at least 3 of us that are like Gordon Gekko, or it's like, greed is good.
Okay. You caught a vision of battle relics being stolen. Like relics of a bygone age in a place of like hollowed stone, like some sneak thief coming and taking the relics of the honor of a battle long ago. Like someone's greed not respecting the institution of...
Yeah, it's... Do I get a sense of connotation, or is it just a matter-of-fact thing?
You just caught, like, a sneak thief was doing something against the public.
Somebody is bringing weapons into play that are not supposed to be in play. That's sort of like his takeaway from it.
All right. You can see that something indeed is going on in Brindol. As you are riding along the old dwarven road towards Brindol, you can see the walled town of Brindol is effectively under siege. You can hear some gunfire going off. There seems to be mobs of goblins that look like they are doing attacks along some heavily guarded gate bridges to the north. Fields ablaze to the north, like just choking smoke rising up from fields and buildings to the north. You can see a great number of what look like soldiers that are guarding the bridges that cross over the Sunrise River. You can see that there are fires and smoke from various other places within side of Brindol itself. And as you approach the eastern gate, you notice...
I've been listening to this song for so long.
Oh, man, you're so accurate, we're going to get copyright struck.
Cog, Barnabus, Sunny, Brennos, Amadeus. So yeah, the party notices
Yeah, I see him.
that the attacks along the other gates may have drawn forces throughout this. It looks like it's been going on for a while. May have drawn forces from the eastern gate, where you can see a number of hobgoblins moving along the sides of the wall and slipping into the city. There are also things flying to and fro from the city going south, and they appear to be giant winged, bearded lion-like creatures covered in armor with... Some of them that are going into the city have single riders on them, while others that are leaving the city have what look like net bags full of people or goods.
Knowledge Arcana?
Yeah, give me a Knowledge Arcana, and I'll show you what these things look like.
Brennos gets a 10, but that's not the one I care about. It's the one I care about is my man. Sonny boy, we're getting the good rolls out of the way at 18.
Barnabus gets a 45.
All right. Hey,
47. Sorry.
Those are magical beasts. They might be smart. And Barnabus is. Those are armored and trained manticores, and yes, indeed, they are smart.
Manticore mercenary companies behind everything.
It's all their fault.
The hobgoblins that are riding the armored manticores look quite impressive. The ones that are flying into the town look like they're armed with lances or bows, or both. And the ones that are flying out are riderless, but it looks like they're actually like capturing people and flying off.
This be a bunch of bullshit.
We can't have this.
Those are
Thogram's-
manticores. They're very small. They're not
Thogram pulls
stupid
his little
beasts.
cannon out and starts casting magic on it. It's still small in his hand, but he's casting magic on it.
I think we're. So, are we turning the cart around? Because a mystery is in there. We need to save our mystery.
Will this cannon hold? Oh, sorry. Will this wagon hold the cannon on the roof?
On the roof?
You broke my cart. You're buying me a new one.
It is a giant metal iron coach, so yeah, you could have the cannon on top of the roof.
Probably going to affect the handle.
My horses get
the
killed.
the iron coach probably shouldn't be moving when you're firing the cannon.
It's gonna be a bit of a jolt for the horses.
You're probably going to want to have the cannon aimed straight ahead because of the whole way the wheels work.
Okay, these goblinoid forces, it looks like from your guess, probably started their attack sometime like in the evening, and this looks like it's been going on for a while.
Dugan, fetch Capra. You'd be very good against this sort of force.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
Well, I'm ready for. I'm getting
He's a
ready
very
for a
good
fight
archer.
myself. Are we doing this? Says,
That's
Carl.
what our payday is. Yeah.
There are
All right, good.
there
'Cause
are
I've already
fields,
started drinking.
fields
I think
and
we're-
orchards and buildings ablaze along the northern part of the river.
Emphasis on the heroics, lads.
Are we riding in on the wagon? Are we stooshing the wagon and using spells to approach?
Um,
A geographer.
I'd really like a nice place for my cannon. Perhaps the center of the city. That way I can shoot an old.
so why don't you cast a flower spell, fly to the center of the city, and drop your cannon?
Just what I'm thinking. Probably there. Is there a high point there already that I can go
Is
to?
there a bell tower that he could teleport his cannon into?
So the Brindol Keep and the
That's
Cathedral of the
awesome.
Five-Faced God and
Super
the
cannon.
Call Manor are all places you've been to, and yes, this is Brindol is built upon a hill. Brindol's several thousand people. Like this goblinoid force must be very potent.
Is this to scale,
or-
Marty?
This is not to scale.
Okay,
It's
because
probably 2-to-1.
it says
Yeah,
at
it's
250
about
feet,
half
I'm at
scale.
70. Half scale.
It's
So
about,
I
give or
can
take.
hit. Oh, I can hit much. I can hit everywhere.
Yeah, if we get you in the middle of town, your cannon can shoot.
If anybody wants to come along, I'm probably going to teleport to the top of the manor.
Well,
Top
if
of the
they,
noble estate.
they've been at this for a few minutes, let's have a second to have a think.
Oh, do you think
Fred
as much?
is going to walk because he's stubborn.
I don't know what that.
I can give you covering fire from where I am.
Okay, you see a new fire starting to light in one of the buildings very close to the gate where you saw a bunch of the hobgoblins.
Oh, that could be a library. Oh shit.
So, I think it's safe to say we're casting some spells.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, so it's going to be at least 2 groups, one going to the center, one going to the gates. Is all right? Any objections?
None.
I'll head to the
Alright.
gates. Yeah, I don't really need a group. I just fucking do this on my own.
No,
w-
you're taking a group because not all of us can walk that fast.
All right, fine. Where's the highest point in the city? The highest point.
It would probably be the top of Brindle Keep. If you could see the contour lines of the hill, and then there's a keep that's
Okay.
sitting above it, so you could see the keep is there. The keep looks intact. It does look like there might be a couple of archers firing down or keeping watch, but the majority of the forces look like they've moved to the northern part of the town.
Top of the keep it is.
Sunny will volunteer to go with you to the top of the keep.
Excellent.
Take Amadeus with you. Amadeus, look for officers, them types. Take them alive.
I can take somebody else.
So Sunny,
I believe I can do.
Amadeus is getting a fly spell before he takes off. Oh, I can take some spells off of him.
Oh yeah, I'm casting ship before I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Yes.
So this is going to be a long fight.
Well, we have no idea.
No clue.
Let's leave.
We're gonna
this
see invisibility
and
and
this.
Barnabus will do a good hope for everyone.
nice.
Are there troops here?
Probably.
Yeah, there's probably troops.
Just asking. Fly shield.
Maybe just so they don't steal the carriage, the strong guys can just put it on its side.
I think Mistra will. I think we're leaving Mistra,
Mistra to guard
Sildar,
it?
and Rockseeker to guard the carriage.
All right.
And Mistra with a mage armor is pretty
Potent.
She
Yeah.
can take out a couple troops of goblins.
It looks like they're flying in. It also looks like they're getting in other places.
Well, what are they thinking? Or we think that we need a third group, gate, and then somebody to chase the flyers. I'd assume flyers are coming from our bell tower.
Can anyone cast a message so that the ones above the keep can chat with the ones that are not with them?
I think you might have a range issue there. I think.
Agony agrees.
No, if you ever get into
Alright, so
range,
you've got a
you
group that
pick
is
them up.
teleporting to the top of the keep. What are
They
the
can
other
take
groups?
one more.
I would say Agony, because Mr. Fireball Man.
That's a pretty
I don't
good...
know if you want to be fireballing the city.
Well, he doesn't have to fireball the city, but is that his only ranged sort of spell?
Yeah, he's got other range that are close range, but
Will
Okay.
fly down to the other group when you're done with your fireballs.
he's
At least
also a
from
dimension
there.
door. He's got 4 dimension doors per day.
Oh, he can also rapidly move a group, which is
Yep.
good.
Yep.
It looks like it's just the three of yous.
Slake is
So that's a storm in the gate, I guess.
Brennos will go with Slake on foot to wherever we're going. We are running to wherever we are running to.
right.
Thogrim's gonna. You're only gonna haste.
How much does Slake weigh?
Slake weighs with his armor and all of his weapons probably 200 pounds on top of. He's a 740 pound kit.
And his move speed is
35.
okay. So the speed difference isn't that great if I carried him. So we'll piggyback Slake on. Maybe he won't like that because there's too much magic going on. Yeah, mule.
That magic boots, you bastard. Get up. Let me go.
He'll get faster as he levels.
Where's Cog going?
Cog's going to the front gates. Dude's on land.
So it sounds like that's a group. We've got 3 groups, Marty.
Yeah, 3 groups.
We
If
definitely split the party.
there is a haste, so Good Hope's going up.
A Good Hope went up.
Is there a haste going up or not? If not, then Thogrim will pull one up. There's a haste up from Thogrim.
Okay, so Thogram is hasting, but I'm assuming it's this.
It's going to be
these two,
before
'cause
he
these-
goes.
Oh, before he goes? Okay,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really affect us because we move at the speed of Slake anyway. So.
Yeah.
So this
Okay,
group,
he'll
this
wait
group
till
is
he gets
moving
to
at the
the
speed
side.
of Slake. So I think this group is teleporting somewhere, and this group is dimension dooring somewhere.
Do you want to point on the map where you're teleporting, Ahmed?
Yeah. Now,
You were given
how
3 options.
How familiar am I with the keep?
You should be able to see it from here, so I don't think there's a mischance.
No, it's not that. It's do they know Thogrim? Or do they not know Thogrim?
Okay, so give me 1 minute as I look at the NPCs in
Any of them have
Brindol.
knowledge local?
5. Cool.
There is a dwarf by the name of Adronsius the Alchemist. You find him pedantic and a little self-serving. He is also a apprentice of the same master as you, so he would be your rival.
He would know who you are.
And then do you have knowledge local Elsier Vale?
Yeah, I do. Knowledge local. Yeah. 1 sec. Uh, 14.
The administrator is a mayor. You don't know him well. You know he's nicknamed the Colonel because he used to be a colonel in the Imperial Army.
Okay, well, I don't think they're gonna mind a cannon from their side. Cannon shooting towards their enemies.
The Red Magic shop is run by someone nicknamed the Diva, and you've done business with her before. And then there is a Brindol College of Magic that you may have visited several times on your various magical pursuits, but you mostly spent time whenever you need to learn back in Denevar.
Okay.
And then Brennos, do you have knowledge local Elsier Vale?
Brennos knows about religion.
Okay, give me a knowledge. Religion.
Cool. We're not identifying creatures, right?
Nope.
I can say there's a +2 on that, so 16.
There are many temples, also in Brindol. There is, and let me just have a quick look around. There is a temple to the five-faced god. You do not like the bishop there. You think that he's self-serving. His name is Bishop Destoral. You kind of stay away from him. He built a cathedral where a simple temple would have sufficed.
There are several thousand people here. There's not tens of thousands of people here. There's a cathedral.
Yeah, Brindol is a bustling city of 6,700 people, maybe about 1,000 in the outlying areas.
Yeah.
He thought that building a cathedral, he was of the school of build it and they will come, or build it and my prestige will grow.
Yep.
There are some other non-standard temples. You know that there's a temple to the Seldarine. There is a temple to the god of luck that is also kind of a casino. And
that is awesome. I just want to say.
And there's a weird death religion that overlooks the Brindle ceremony. I'm trying to describe this with a 14 result.
Well, yeah, it's 16, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there is a temple to...
I don't see a Morden Salmon.
Morden Salmon.
So is Brindle like a human town, or is it like...
Brindle is...
middle ground.
Middle ground. So Denevar was slightly more humans than half-elves and others. This would be about 65% human, 15% half-elf, 5% dwarf, 5% halfling, 3% gnome, and 7% other. So it's a mix of standard player handbook races, minus orcs, because there's not a lot of orcs in Volcanica. There is a dwarven-run security company that you know about. It's called Axhaft Security. Given that you guys work for or are doing
effectively that type of job,
are doing stuff for, you know that there's a guild. There's a lot of guild headquarters that are here, or at least the local guild headquarters. And the Gavriel Arms and Smithy might have a shrine to Morden in it, but that's probably the closest to a temple of the Morden Salmon here. Yeah,
Brennos knows where the dwarfs are and doesn't really care about everything else.
Yep. Alchemy by Andronsius is the name of the shop of the dwarven alchemist.
Another one of them pricks.
Another one of those dwarves acting like gnomes. All right. Oh, you've met a talking leaf here.
Excuse me?
It's a leafy creature that talks that lives here. You think the local druid is a plant.
I got one of those.
You've seen it before. I don't know if you know him, but his name is Leaf. And
there's a leaf. Don't go attacking random bushes. you might piss them off.
All right. So to answer your question, long answer short. You have been to this town. They might know who you are. You use it as like a base for going to the inn and selling some magic stuff, but you don't really interact with the local leaders here, it sounds like.
Okay.
You've done a lot of trade at Red Magic and Sundries. So you know that there are some flat places along the keep where you could teleport your cannon. It's not perfect. The castle is not built for this technology, but it will do. So point at the map where you're...
A place that I know will structurally hold it. Cathedral of the Five-Faced God. That or the manor, is it a stone structure or?
All three are stone. Pick one.
Okay, so the highest spot over here, not on the roof, but on a flat
Okay, you can see these two areas here and here. They're flat enough that they could house you and your cannon.
Are there people there?
You can see a couple of arrows every once in a while coming out of the top of the tower, so there might be an archer or two there. The arrows,
over there.
The arrows look like they're firing towards the south.
Gonna go over to that flat spot over there on our right side. You ready? We'll have to explain that we're on their side.
Sonny takes a moment to look at Amadeus. Should be a problem.
Amadeus has got his rope ready.
Okay.
Amadeus is the hangman. It's
gonna there. I was muting instead of there. Exactly.
Okay.
So up there.
Thogram, you appear after casting a few spells. It looks like.
Yeah.
And yeah, you hear someone calling down from this tower. Hey, intruders!
We're here to support the town. Don't worry, we've arrived with your dwarves. That's a Thogram, and don't mind him. He's simply ugly.
Okay, give me a charisma check before an arrow gets loosed.
I am an old man, so this actually makes me better at this. I'm not very charismatic though. Oh no. So I get a plus 120 plus 19 with good hope and my plus 4 being an old human to help with change people's attitude.
Okay. There are no arrows firing down at you, and you're given a moment to actually explain yourself. What are you doing up here?
We're setting up cannons to fire at the enemy goblinoids.
There are no cannons up here.
There are now.
Cannon shows up and it's aiming south.
Okay, so you enlarge your cannon.
Yep.
All right, they look past at the horrible hunchback that has appeared on top of the Brindol Keep.
And the cannon's aiming south, where those flying creatures are.
Okay, you actually do see. I'll put some flying creatures on the map. There's one that is circling around here.
Oh, that's gonna take a cannon to the face.
And then there's one that looks like it's leaving the town, and it has what look like maybe 2 or 3 people, sort of like in a ropey bundle that it's carrying.
I want to turn a manticore into a pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Can you save them? He's talking to Amadeus. It's going to be a bunch of feathers and fur falling down in a few seconds.
If it's close enough, we can save them with spells. There are the options. I could catch them with a spell if you can take it out.
All right, let's do our best then. He casts a spell.
What spell is that?
This spell is
So he's getting ready to web the people into the buildings, like Spider-Man, to catch them so they don't land on their
that's 240 feet away. Just to
animated artillery.
Oh, that's
okay. So you're casting animated artillery this round. This round,
Oh, sorry, it's Unseen's crew. It's not animated artillery. Unseen crew is the one I'm firing.
Okay, this flyer is moving with the people like this. On its turn.
Oh, it's moving away.
And this one's just circling. And actually lands on the manor top. This one has a rider.
How far away is that one? This is double distance, right?
Yeah, this is but 100 feet away from the cannon. It may not know that there are cannons there. It is on the far side of the arch of the roof. Like it's concerned about archers. It's got cover from the manor, and you can see the hobgoblin is not paying attention to the keep. He seems to be looking down at what's transpiring in this area where you saw the armored manticore with the people, the captives, flying away from. Thogram, you know this is the vicinity of your frenemy fellow apprentice named Adroncius.
What far away is this guy?
100 feet.
100 feet away?
One wayward king.
Prepare to fire!
Oh, no.
All right, so you're firing.
There's no bard songs up, right? That sucks.
No, there's just good hope.
Wither King has just spent a fortune point because apparently he wants to see things blow up. So that's a +2. Are you aiming for the armored hobgoblin Skyrider, or are you aiming for the armored manticore?
They've landed already.
Yep.
Let's go for the goblin.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, just setting everything up. So that is not an effect. Here it's good hope that's an effect, and that is an effect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is just
+4.
queuing up the fortune points for the cannon shots.
Boom! It's just cannon.
2, 3,
Go!
5. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's just
That's fine.
it takes a lot of stuff to set up. 15, 20. Okay, so
What's the range increment of your cannon?
it's 110 feet because I have what's it called? What are you called?
Okay, so this is first range increment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's flat-footed.
Oh, dude.
He already scouted the castle. They know what's in the castle. There were cannons.
There's a
in the
couple of
castle.
archers pissing in the wind.
Yeah,
up there.
exactly.
Okay, here we go. 15, so plus 20. Come on, crit.
He's looking down. He's actually leans over and he's like talking to the manticore, and then boom!
31.
And he looks up, and there's a cannonball coming towards his head. You
Vital
hit,
strike.
you hit him.
D6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 4. 48 damage.
Wow. The cannonball like ricochets off of his shoulder plate, denting it. He's all He's all fucked up and in his
20.
saddle still.
20 for the next hit.
All right, you're doing it the same round, huh?
We're hasted.
Well, I think that was the surprise round. So that's two
sorry.
actions.
Yeah.
And then he now knows that you're there, unless Amadeus or Sunny want to take an action in the surprise round.
Sure, go ahead, son. You go first.
I was just gonna whip some magic. I would have whipped a magic missile at him from the wand. I got a bunch of wands. Let's start using these things. 8.
All right, are you attacking him or his mount?
I'm going to attack. This was kind of happening simultaneously, so I'm attacking his mount. I thought he was going to be destroyed by the cannon.
Okay. So yeah, the magic missiles go over the top of the roof and kind of
I'm
strike
sorry.
strike at the creature that's partially seen.
Dude, we need to lure them over here so Amadeus can do his work.
Amadeus can fly right now, so
Amadeus is going to go over there and do his work.
Amadeus has a fly spell on him.
And then Amadeus's surprise round, 2 actions.
He flies over. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And he's going to bite the manticore.
Okay.
What's your fly speed?
60.
So it's 100 foot, and normally it'd be like, if we're using the old system, you could do only up to your move speed charge in a surprise round.
I can.
You know what I mean?
Surprise.
I'm not certain how that goes in the 3 actions.
Yeah, I don't know how it
I
works.
think you can double move up to him. I think you'd have to be close for me to actually get the charge
It's
off.
100 feet. Oh right,
Yeah.
because this is not.
Yeah, it's double.
Yeah.
I
Right.
still want you to bite the kitty in the face. I'm just.
No. That's a double move. You can.
He's like, hello, kitty.
I think a charge is still. Yeah, it's still.
Now it charges 2 actions to move double your move speed, but then you just say that it's a surprise round. You get 1 move.
Yeah. He moves up to the kitty.
Okay, so you're threatening the Armored Manticore as well as the Sky Rider.
Dude who just got rocked.
Yep. Oh, he doesn't quite understand what's now standing on the roof next to him. He may not have much time to do so. Now it's initiative. I'm just going to roll your highest initiative for your group versus their highest. As you're having a skirmish. They get 20.
Dope.
That's a good one.
It is.
They don't like it.
And who's the highest out of the 3? Sunny, Thogram.
Sunny has a +3.
Amadeus
+5
also-
right now.
Okay, well, +5.
You guys suck. I've got +4.
Well then,
Yep, +4.
10. Okay,
All
it goes first.
So they get to go. The Sky Rider does have a lance, and he's a little bit too close to attack Amadeus. Let's see. The Manticore is going to attack Amadeus.
Okay.
It tries to bite. It tries to bite you and claw at you. AC 20 and 15 and 28.
After the first one, I'm going to use my immediate action to attempt to grapple the manticore.
Okay, it tries to bite you, and you're like, just expose your neck.
Yeah, kitty, kitty.
Your options are attack me from range or die.
So
First
I got a
option.
40 on the grapple check.
Okay, it extended its neck to try to bite you, and you just stepped off to the side and looped your gangly arm around its throat, and is now squeezing. You're now squeezing. It lets out this horrible growl and kind of yelp at this. And you get to do this as a response to being attacked in melee?
Immediate action, yeah.
Is it because it was using a natural attack? Is that why?
No, it's because you missed me in combat and I'm using turtle clutch. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm either grappling you and you miss and I grapple you, or sorry, I'm either not grappling you and you miss and I try to grapple you, or I'm grappling someone and someone else attacks me and I use that person as a meat shield.
All right. The guy on the back of this creature, he is going to draw a sword and attack Amadeus.
Okay.
When do you grab two things?
Amadeus, let me know if it becomes too dangerous. I'll be
Oh,
more
oh,
effective.
AC 20 with the first attack. And AC 26 with the second critical threat if AC 26
Nope,
hits.
not even
Okay.
close.
It's attacking over the sides of the Manticore's head and trying to reach you.
Let's see if you can fly without your little kitty.
The kitty is not making intelligible noises. The hobgoblin looks rocked by what has just occurred. All right, now it's you guys.
Right on. Who's first?
Cannoneer, feel free to cannon boom.
Yeah, let's do this.
Because I think there's something stylistic about shooting the guy off the mount to go flying off into the unknown.
For fuck's sake. Touch AC 22?
He's aware of the cannon going on right now. His touch AC is 11 plus 4 from the cover.
Nice. I hit him.
So you touch AC within 100 feet?
110.
No, he's trying to struggle out of the saddle. Now, a flying creature's saddle does have some straps and things that leaves you in. Like, he's not quickly getting out of this.
46?
There is just a armored body with a spraying sprinkler of blood where his head used to be.
That's it, boys. Keep it up.
He's just talking.
The Armored Manticore, you could feel puckered when that happened, and is now trying to struggle from your grasp, Amadeus.
Where's the other one?
South.
Oh, the other one is just flying south, so it is on its turn. It's going south at 50, so it goes 150.
Too far.
Just gotta. Was that divided by 2 or no? That's not a 100.
Oh yeah, sorry. Divide by 2, 75.
I mean, this guy's booting ass.
So this is
500 feet.
first, second,
More than 500 feet.
third, fourth,
It's almost 600 feet.
fifth. Let's shoot the manticore for now. It's closer.
Okay, so your magic spell is reloading the cannon. It is still warm from its first attack.
25, I think, hits the touch.
Yep. And chewing up the fortune points. You're including +2s on these, right?
From what? Oh, I'm not. No.
Okay. So I've used up a fortune point for the hobgoblin, and then this next attack is at 27. The armored manticore, touch AC. Its armor is useless. 15 touch.
At that range, it's not touch.
110 feet.
Sorry. Never mind. I thought you were shooting south. Never mind.
30 damage.
30 damage. Okay, so a cannonball goes ripping over your shoulder, Amadeus. It goes bonking right into the armored manticore.
Don't make any sudden movements. Maybe you shouldn't be firing cannons at me.
You've got precise shot, right, Thogram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You better next round.
All right, Sunny, what are you doing?
Well, Sunny is going to cast a fireball at the manticore and the man off in the distance.
Nice.
We're gonna aim high enough to not hit the
This guy?
this guy who's being all like, "Look at me, I'm running away with the thing."
Oh yeah, there's no rider on this manticore.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna just blow up the manticore, and he's got people that he's carrying in a
Yeah, he's got this kind of like a net bag with 2 or 3 people in it, and he's just carrying it in his claws as he's flying.
How high up is he?
Yeah, that's the.
He's about 60 feet up.
Ooh. And is there like an army here?
Nope.
Or
The army's on the north side of the river.
Well, we're gonna blow him up with a fireball. It's gonna be just a little baby fireball, but it'll be a fireball. And if he drops the bag, and we'll try to, if the people are like dangling in the bag, he'll catch the bottom of the bag in the fireball. If they're like up against his claws, and we're just going to clip him. You know what I mean? We don't want to.
Okay.
It looks real bad when you fireball people.
Yeah, he's clutching the bag directly. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna use a cast level 7 fireball scroll and fireball him.
Okay, the Manticore fails its save.
And it's a cast level 7 scroll on Volcanica, so it goes up by 1, right?
Yep.
Hey boy. Whatever, not gonna complain. 22 damage.
Okay, Manticores apparently are clumsy flyers because it gets a 0 on its fly check.
Oh, that's real bad. That's why you're not supposed to put them in heavy armor. You're not supposed to wear heavy armor. You fall out of the.
Let's just look. I think
that's embarrassing.
I think he falls.
Yeah, and at a minimum, he loses height, and he failed by a lot. So I think he falls down. I think it's.
Fly. Yeah, I want it.
It's the fly skill.
Yep.
It's DC. I believe it's DC 10 when you take damage.
Yeah, he loses altitude actually.
Check. Yeah, he at least loses altitude for sure. Yeah.
But he failed by like 10.
But he failed by. Right,
really
so
bad.
if you're not considered flat-footed flying. If you're flying using your wings, you take damage. You must make a DC 10 flight check to avoid losing 10 feet of altitude. The descent does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, now, failing a flight check.
You plummet to the ground, taking appropriate amount of damage. Yeah, so him and his bag of.
If you fail by 5 or more, bad things happen.
All right, you want to roll 66?
20.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Kill some people.
I'm gonna roll the hit dice of the people that are in the bag.
If they're important, they'll live. Hey, there's 6 hit die people in there, so they're fine.
No, there's a 3, a 1, and a 2. So the whole thing goes down, and you can't see anymore. Like you hit it, and the creature goes roaring to the ground for another 20 points of damage, and there's a very angry Manticore.
Sunny is pretty at one with himself. He doesn't view.
It's the circle of life.
Circle of life.
You return to the earth.
Pretty much.
Amadeus?
Amadeus is going to grapple this idiot thing. 9.
That Manticore's coming back here to come tell us how.
Mm-hmm.
A wizard just blew him up from a distance.
Sorry. I'll just go with the 29. 44.
You grapple the Manticore?
All right. No, I tie him up is what I do.
Okay, with some bloodvine rope, or?
Yep, and then I throw him off the roof. You fly now.
So can you move a creature after?
It's incapacitated. It's helpless.
It's good. Oh, you can't click right
I believe it would be an action, but you have another grapple that you could do, so you could just grapple to move, right?
I can just grapple to move if I want. Throw him off the roof.
Yeah, I think that when you do things like that, they get a free attempt to break the grapple.
No. Oh, when I want to throw him off the roof?
Yeah.
He's helpless though.
So I think he gets an attempt at a -20 or -4. I think there's a penalty involved in it, but he would be trying to break a pinned. So it's moving because he doesn't have to. It's not really a grapple anymore. It's actually a helpless foe. So he could be a rushed if you wanted. Just punt him off.
Yeah,
Like
just throw him off.
He's
push him off.
Helpless when he's pinned, is what you're saying.
Yes.
No, he's helpless, when he's tied up. When he's tied up.
I see. Okay, so once he's tied up, you push him off.
It's like a move action to pick him up and a free action to drop him, or
Yeah.
All right, he falls off the manor roof for about 4d6 damage.
Yeah. And Amadeus looks down at him and goes like.
All right, 18 damage on the Manticore. Did you do any damage with the grapple itself, or you were just
Nope,
tying him up?
he's just helpless.
All right, the Manticore is still alive. It's tied up, helpless, and lying on its side.
Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere.
It seems really pissed off, and it brought the headless body of his rider.
Amadeus just yells, "No man, take my rope!" It's expensive.
All right.
Why does the hairstyle of these Manticore look like Gaston from like Beauty and the Beast? I don't know. There's something about their face, or there's something with the structure there.
Yeah, I know.
Amadeus, from your vantage point, you can see, you can hear crashing and breaking of bottles and some bellowing of what sound like giants, maybe, down by the alchemist shop.
Okay, sounds like a next target.
Yeah, let's go to the other group. Okay, so yeah, this group is basically.
Oh, sorry. This group is
running.
Hoofing it. It'd be the Barnabus group because
so
the slowest move speed there is Slake.
Holy shit! This is gonna take forever to get there.
Where we ride together, die together.
you could
Yeah,
run,
we're gonna miss some fights, but we're gonna dwarf it up along the way.
you could run ahead of them, Cog, if you want.
No, Cog's running around. All right, Slake, you're almost there. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Come on, you
Good
can
job.
do it.
Good job. You did. Knees up. Your knees up. That's it. That's it. Oh, there's a hole.
Fuck you.
Over that log. Over that log. There we go.
I second the fuck you.
There is
the first person to get tired will be Brennos.
Yeah, there is a road like that you guys are running along, but
Come on, boys.
He's hurting us.
Yep.
This way. This way.
So annoying.
Who can catch Cog? Who can catch Cog? I'm right over here. Come on.
All right, and then
You said you don't want me to use spells. I can shut him up.
What happened to Cog? He tripped.
Brennos has just one of Cog's legs in his belt.
he
fell
broke.
There's no horrible accident.
Where are you asking Agony to Dimension Door? Where do we want to go?
Do we see enemies at the gate?
No, but you see that some fighting with a token force might have happened at the gate, and you can see the gate is just a little bit ajar. Like you had seen when you had stopped and started casting spells. From the looks of it, it looks like you guys cast like 5 rounds worth of spells. You don't see any other enemies at that gate.
Well, let me get us up to the gate. That's a good start.
The other side.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. He can Dimension Door.
Should be able to go at least
600
or 700 feet, something like that.
Yeah, 600-700 feet.
Eighth level.
So 320 plus 400 is 720 feet.
Divide by 2 on this map is 360.
Oh, so close. Well, you'll get us there. That's pretty close.
We're coming!
Oh, half of the journey, half of the adventure is the journey getting there. Wouldn't want to use magics, would we?
Barnabus is just like, do you want us to wait?
Okay, so the yelling and joking has gained the attention of 2 hobgoblin archers that have now kind of peeked around the corner of the jar gate and are firing arrows.
Oh no, archers!
What? Crit? What the fuck?
Exactly. Would be it too.
The 2 archers both crit and shoot off both of Barnabas's thumbs.
Bullshit.
All right. Let's see. These things were hiding at 18 plus distance, which is
Not even close.
23, and your perception checks just see if you're.
Barnabas sees you.
Barnabus sees them. Agony sees them. And Aemon
is a failure.
So there is a surprise round. Who's faster, you or Agony, for initiative?
That's a good question. Unless Barnabas has a special power, I think it's probably Agony.
Agony's got a +4, plus Good Hope.
So does
plus
Barnabas.
6. All right.
Tied.
So 24 for you guys, and the archers get a 23. All right, so surprise round with this little group. You guys get to go first. Agony and Barnabas get to go first. You're like, archers! You laughed at them, and they're about to fire. What are you doing?
Shoot your thumbs off.
12th level archer.
Barnabas will cast glitter dust on them. Because blind archers are funny to him.
Okay. That makes them automatically glittery. Ooh. 15 and 9. So
No, those are failures.
they're blind. Agony runs up to the group of them. He's got a movement of 30.
Hasted though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he runs up to them, and then I guess he attacks it once.
Dragon Jiu-Jitsu going on.
Yep. No Bard song yet?
No, not yet. Good hope though.
Okay, he clobbers one for 33 damage.
And then I suppose you have a haste attack for the other one?
On the surprise round? Do you get it on the surprise round?
Interesting.
Amadeus would have bit a guy if he had a haste attack on the surprise round.
Sure, we'll include haste on surprise, I guess.
That makes haste that much more appealing now too.
Yep.
Because we detracted from haste's appealingness a little bit.
Yep. All right. So his haste attack, he ends up killing a hobgoblin archer. Took 2 attacks, kind of ringing upside the head twice with the raven's beak. He's bearing down on the other one that doesn't know what's going on. And their rear guard is failing. Their surprise round, he stumbles around trying to figure out how to get the shit out of his eyes. He fails his save. Wanders a little bit this way, incurring an AOO from...
Oh, it's so bad.
From Agony.
You get back to Corbin or whatever he has as a weapon.
Yep, he gets struck. He ends up firing an arrow into a wall. Now, top of the round, you guys.
Barnabas sees that things are well in hand. He's going to start a bard song.
Okay.
Actually, he's not going to start the bard song yet. He and Aemon are just going to move forward.
Yeah, Agony pursues this
Yeah.
hobgoblin and
Barnabas
bashes it down. You add to the corpse pile already at the gate, as you can see that there are guards and some hobgoblins, combatants from both sides that have succumbed. There's a fire that looks like it's being set by... that looks like it was set likely by the attackers. And you do see a group of attackers that are moving down the lane.
Okay. Barnabas is also going to take his cognitogen.
Okay, and then this group gets a surprise move, a surprise round move, and then an actual round of move. And they're just moving forward at the speed of Slake.
We travel at the speed of Slake. Leave no dwarf thing behind.
He's snarling in anger as he saw that Barnabas and Agony and Aemon got ahead, like they used magic to get all the way up there.
Well, later we'll have a philosophical discussion about would you use magic to save the lives of innocents? How many people would you kill to, they'll have those philosophical debates, which will likely result in being punched. That's
If
fine.
magic could have saved Clan Anvilbrow, would you have used it?
Those are the ones that you say just before being punched.
Exactly.
All right. There is a group of hobgoblins near where they're burning, and it looks like they're dragging people out of buildings.
That helmet makes me. It's. Yeah. they need a. Yeah, that's.
They need a new tailor, is what you're
They
saying?
need a new tailor. It's... with your complexion, I just don't know that the red and gold is correct, but with the purple.
Ah. All right, you do see that one of the manticores has landed, and it looks like this troop is dragging people out of their homes and sticking them into nets and getting ready to have the manticore take off. They do spot the trouble at the gate, and they're starting to form back up into ranks and ignore the innocent people they're trying to kidnap and contend with the assholes that have arrived. How dare you ruin our fun?
How dare you assholes stop us from being assholes?
Or something from afar they yell. All right. Let's go back to the Amadeus side of things. Amadeus, yeah, you can hear a bunch of roaring coming from the place that has the words alchemy by Eltronsius along the side of it.
Okay, you'll fly over to here. I guess that's 110.
Okay, there are hobgoblins here. You have a group.
Well, this group has haste too, don't I?
Yep, we've got haste.
You can see several archers have camped along the roof of a building.
Mm-hmm.
There is a hobgoblin captain of sorts that is standing in the street with one of his skyriders, probably the skyrider who abandoned, whose mount you fireballed. And the roaring that is coming from the building as you fly over and are looking around. Are you attacking one of the obvious creatures?
No, he's gonna look around.
Okay.
2 moves, look around. Yeah.
2 moves and then you look around. There is an ogre that is carrying multiple barrels on his back.
Uh-oh.
That is inside this building, and you can see him pouring what look like a bunch of chemicals from a vat into one of the barrels.
Oh, this is bad.
This is where my alchemist buddy is? Or
Your frenemy, yeah.
guy I don't like?
You can blow up his house.
Just shoot the building. Is that here?
Yeah, Elmius, you're flying around, and the war captain's pointing up at you, and you can hear this ogre bellowing. There might be more ogres that have gone inside the building. All of this is not to scale, but you could see one of them like loading up raw alchemical reagents into a barrel. So that was Amadeus running over. What is Sunny and Thogram doing?
Can I shoot that?
No, it's inside.
Those guys?
It's inside a building.
No, the guys that are.
These two are in the street, but yeah, you can see the archers along the top of the building. Yep.
Okay, so there's archers. Is there any other big threat like these guys over here,
Which
like
guys
on the
over
far,
here?
on the east, on the right side, number 26.
You can see this mob from your your distance. You probably don't see the Manticore and his rider in the street though.
Okay, and in the north, like I just wondering what targets do we have?
If you want to point
I-
it to the north, you've got, I don't know, 6 or 8 goblin troops that are hiding behind walls of fire.
Okay,
Not
so,
the spell walls of fire, but it looks like a bunch of
like,
lit
there's just
fires
fire.
and
Yep.
goblin arrows and a bunch of smoke from the guns along the bridges.
Okay, let's shoot these goblins right here.
It looks like a giant feint attack, actually.
Yeah, well, let's shoot these guys down here, over on the right side.
All right, so you can see
So
them.
that-
A bunch of hobgoblins getting into lines with their weird conical helmets and boom!
410.
Cannon fires.
So 420. That's third increment, so minus 6. You want me to subtract the 6 from here?
Sure.
24.
Hobgoblin troop. Yeah, you land a cannonball into the middle of the hobgoblin troop from your castle position.
47.
That interrupts their formations greatly, doing a lot of damage to their troop.
Okay, let's see if we can do that again. 31.
Impossibly fast for a cannon. A second cannonball goes blasting towards the troop
22 damage.
for 69 points of damage total, almost dispersing the troop. You've killed dozens. All right,
Keep it coming, lads.
Thogram.
Do you need me?
Sunny.
Here?
No, this is fine. Just let me know where you are. I want to shoot you back.
I will. Don't shoot any bats. Sunny's going to turn into a, and I had this actually wrong last time. It's a or this time he will choose to be the diminutive bat instead of the tiny bat, because we could be even tinier. So the diminutive,
Nice.
diminutive bat is going to fly, but turn into the bat and fly out. We're going to support Amadeus. Sorry.
There were fortune points also on those cannon strikes because they were spent ahead of time. You
Sorry.
you hit them well.
There are no
cool.
the fires inside the city. Do they look like they are putting human lives at serious risk, or sentient lives?
The fires look
Like
like
the fields, I'm less concerned with immediately.
individual buildings. This one looks like it's been going on for a while. Might have caught to a few adjacent buildings.
Yeah.
And then this one looked like it was just set recently. So
Okay. All right. So we're
there are
gonna assume
there are a
that
few other pockets of where an errant fire arrow or actual arson has occurred, but has petered out.
okay. We will fly. We currently have 120-foot fly speed, so we'll single fly. And I will Sunny will put Sunny to back.
Okay.
So turning into a bat is 2 actions, and then
Then flying forward. Yeah, you can
flying
see
forward and seeing.
you can see this manticore trying to chew out his way out of the, or at least try to get the ropes into his mouth, but Amadeus tied him up like a pig, like a roast pig. There's yelling, and you do see like a head sort of look to like a figure move and look outside a window. Amadeus, they might have been alerted to your presence. All right, there.
Amadeus looks less than concerned.
Yep, this war captain's yelling up at Amadeus and yelling up at his troops. He is going to switch his weapons to a bow and fire at Amadeus, who's hanging out on the side of the building.
Okay.
Pay the pizza guy.
AC
Take the pizza. Complete the transaction.
31.
Nope, misses.
The knight doesn't have ranged weapons, so he just moves forward and is guarding the archer with his lance.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hobgoblin Rangers hate bats, so they fire. No, I'm kidding.
At this point, I'm pretty jacked with the. I'm like the only time Sunny's actually really AC effective is
Yep.
tiny bat spells running.
The Hobgoblin Rangers are also going to take their
Bat's a delicacy for the Hobgoblin.
their attacks on Amadeus. AC 29 and 26 we learned missed. Oh, a nat 20. We'll try to roll to confirm that. We don't. I don't know if Amadeus has snatch arrows or anything
I will
like that.
take a look to see if.
Yeah, I was gonna take a look right now. Yeah, Amadeus.
Grapple.
He's got nope.
Okay, he does get tagged for 11 damage.
Doesn't have it.
And then I guess their last attacks. Flying hunchback people is probably a concern to an archer. Hey, what's that? It's brave enough to come here. All right, then the Barrel Ogre.
The Boger.
The Barrel Ogre will use his custom alchemy discovery to create an alchemical barrel bomb.
Alchemical barrel bomb coming your way with his
And-
custom alchemy.
Oh, goody.
He will first attach a real keg of gunpowder to the bomb and chuck both of those out the window.
Is the thing gonna explode?
There's this violent chemical firearm started explosion that happens outside the window. Amadeus, the first thing you need to do is make a reflex save against the initial start of the explosion, which would be a keg of gunpowder.
Okay. Plus 14. 23.
Okay, the alchemist was able to raise the DC from 15 to 17. So, do you have evasion?
I do.
All right, and then the barrel bomb is DC. This would be half
Was it a
his
touch
level.
attack or is it just like an air? It's an AOE.
It's just an AOE.
Cool.
The violent chemical explosion. 1921 is the reflex save on this one.
34.
Okay, so Amadeus flies away from the explosion and lets the fly spell kind of blast him backwards. He kind of doubles over a little bit. He's a little bit singed, and there's this horrible stench in the air of chemicals that have gone off. And that explosion broke a bunch of windows along the street, and there is not one but two of these barrel ogres inside of the building, because another one sticks its head out the window at what he was attacking, and you have a couple of
You
alchemists.
also got shot by an archer.
Yeah, I took the damage off.
Just you have some damage on your token. You get that 20.
These
Head
ogres
slap.
seem to just be gathering up alchemical equipment into these big barrels to create these massive explosions.
Were they visible from Thogram's perspective?
Thogram, you saw a grenade-like device on the order of siege weapon get dumped out of the front of the finely crafted alchemy shop by Adroncius, and explode along the side of it, ruining the sign and some of the windows of the nice shop. So you know that there's something moving around in there. You could fire a cannon blindly into that window if you wanted.
Can I ready to fire a cannon when I see a dude?
Yes. You have to declare kind of an area that you're aiming, though.
Well, it came out of a specific window.
Yeah, so you could say I'm targeting a creature in that window.
Yep.
That would be the aim action.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's like, yeah, I'm aiming, but then the guy appears behind you and you
It's
shoot
just like,
it. Yeah.
okay.
All right, so you are aiming, and you're readying an attack.
That's no, because
Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it's not your
This
turn.
is next turn. I'm doing this.
All right, these guys, Agony, Barnabus, and Aemon. There is a shot to shit troop of hobgoblin warriors that look like they want to scatter into the buildings after they got cannoned twice within a 6-second period. There is a hobgoblin.
Do you want to, or shall I?
Agony shrugs.
Barnabas throws a fireball at them. He'll try and get the manticore in it too.
Okay, if you get the manticore in it, you will hit buildings. You know what? Half. You know what? Sorry, give me a second. If you care. Yeah, you're gonna nick buildings.
What kind of buildings are they? Straw buildings?
Nope. You also do see that if you try to get the manticore, you will get a bag with some people in it.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll just
Right.
blast the just the troop then.
Yep, because they were in the process of loading people.
See, I didn't target people. People just might have died after the.
All
thing
right.
went
So you target the manticore or the
You shot down the plane, dude.
the troop.
I think he's targeting the troop.
Yeah, just the troop. 32 damage. So.
All right. Even if the troop made their save because they take extra and because of the shelling that they just took, there are. I'm gonna say no hobgoblins left.
You can get the manticore if you want. Just watch the people. Remember, we're heroes. He says that with a smile.
Shitty grin.
Yeah, there's sort of a clenched grin from Agony, and he's gonna fly forward hastily.
And he'll cast Start a Bard Song.
So 990 with haste. So that's one move.
On him.
Cool. And then whack whack.
Yep. Agony is going to use, so he 2 moves, and then I think he's going to use one of his spell combat.
Nice.
He's going to do a pellet blast.
Pachung! And I smack you.
Yep. It's a cone-shaped burst. 1d8 per 2 cast levels, so this does 4d8 damage.
I think he has to make a to cast defensively check against the thingies. I don't think spell combat. Like you think you still have to make the. You get a bonus on the defensive check.
He'll take the AOO from the Armored Manticore.
Okay. You ain't afraid of no kitty.
AC 27. He's got an AC of. Mage armor, shield. He's got an AC of 34, so he does not get hit. His mirror images don't go. Yeah, his mirror images are intact. So he basically kind of opens up by blowing on what looks like a handful of bullets and little metal pellets that explode into a 30-foot cone-shaped burst to hit the Manticore and the Hobgoblin Rider. That's for 24 points of damage. They both need to make saves for half. The Manticore, I don't think made that save. The DC is... The DC's 20. Failed by 1, and the rider failed. So they both take the 24 damage. A bunch of iron pellets being